Yo, what's good YouTube? This is Jay from T&J, and right after leaving this last game versus the Braves, 2-0 victory for us, we have an offer from the Rockies. I want to see what it is. Let's just see. So they want to trade us Solarte and Tony Walters for Jet Bandy. You know, what's funny about this trade is that they're looking to get Jet Bandy, who we've actually been talking about replacing for probably the last couple years. But to be in all honesty, I mean, Jet Bandy, if you look at the overalls of a lot of catchers in the league in my franchise, he's actually towards the top, because look at the Rockies. Even they don't have a guy that's rated as high as him. So they don't want to get rid of Barnhart though. That's kind of weird. But let's just look at Solarte too. Solarte's solid. Here's the thing, we'd be taking on a little over $3 million, giving up to, I can't give up Bandy just yet, because at this point he's hitting 241, not great. But let's look at what Tony Walters is hitting. So he's hitting 271, but he looks like he has way less at bats than Jet Bandy does. I mean, almost 100, close to it. Yeah, like 80, 90 at bats. And then Solarte, we just actually got a second baseman, so we don't really need him. Let's see what else they would want. Let's see what if I swapped out. Actually, I can't, so I had to decline this trade. Let's just decline this trade. Let's see. Let's go back to that trade screen. Let's see. Let's just go over to the Rockies and see what else they have to offer. So they want Bandy, that's for sure. So they're willing to give up Barnhart here. Barnhart's a pretty good catcher. He hits very well versus right. Not so good versus left though. What is he hitting on the year? He's hitting 233, it looks like. Not too well. Let's just look to see if they have anybody else that might be interesting. Whoa, they have a really good rookie here. Joaquin Barrios, I don't even know how to say that, but this dude looks like he can hit the ball. 19 years old, B potential. Whoa. Yeah, they're not giving him up. But he is behind Nolan Arenado. He must be starting somewhere. No, it looks like he's on the bench. They have Brendan Rodgers as well, who's one of their top prospects. They're probably not going to give him up. Tapia, they're probably not going to give him up. Yeah, I mean, I don't really see anything that I truly want. Jordan Patterson isn't actually a bad outfielder. He's pretty good actually. Then David Dahl's good as well. So yeah, I guess we're gonna pass on what the Rockies are throwing at us. How come I just put Jose Bautista on the trading block? How is he back off of it? I don't know. But let's just update this really quick. He's a left fielder, I believe right fielder. Alright, let's add him there. Alright, let's just advance. So this is here where we're at in the schedule. We're probably gonna advance past these two series. We play the Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. We might run into some critical situations. I don't know if you guys have critical situations on, but here's one right here. Let's just jump into this game right now.
The count moves to 2-0. Now the 2-0. Now a drive to right field. This could do it. Game over. Walk-off home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field, and none bigger than that one, as this ball game is over.
You're always looking for that one guy to step.
So Lewis Brinson walks off there. So we pull out the victory 6-3. As you can see, Boog Powell was actually the player of the game. He was 3 for 4. It's good to see him doing well. So let's just advance. This is a 4-game series versus the Philadelphia Phillies. So Let's just see if we run into any critical situations there. And look what happens right away. The Yankees are making us a trade offer. So let's just see what they want. They got to be on something here. So they want Franklin Gutierrez for Hyun-Soo Kim. Hyun-Soo Kim is a pretty good player, but he's nowhere close to what the production of Frank Gutierrez is. Yeah, he's hitting 319, and that's probably why they're selling high here. They're trying to get the most they can out of him. But I mean, let's just look at his attributes. I mean, look at his quirks. I mean, he's a platoon player as it is. Bats well versus rights. Hits fastballs well, though, but he doesn't have – look at his fielding. It's not even close to what Franklin Gutierrez is, so I'm going to have to say no on that one. Let's just keep advancing here. Another critical situation here at bottom of the ninth. 1 out with Jose Bautista coming up. Let's play this one.
Things up at 2-2.
That's a good changeup. Got him to swing early in it. Now you got him set up. You can go back with a hard fastball or double it up with another changeup.
Hit high in the air down the right field line. The catch is made. Here comes the winning run from third. And the Brewers have done it. They'll walk off a winner.
So Lewis Brinson hits a walk-off, then scores on a walk-off. So we are now at 49-36. We're about to play this Miami series. Let's just see what the standings are. So look, we're a half game back of the Cubs, man. We lost first place. Probably because, look at this. I mean, we just blew that game. And then we lost 3 out of 4 to Philly. So in the one game, we won 2-1. So we're going to have to try to sweep the Marlins going into All-Star break. And man, let's just play with let's play with let's play with Vince Velasquez. Let's sim this game with Lance McCullers. And we lose. Look at this, man. I do not get it, man. 4-9? How does that even happen? So now we are at a critical spot here. Okay, we're still a half game back of the Cubs. So man, let's just play this game, man. Let's play Vince Velasquez versus Dan Straley. Let's go. So we have Vince Velasquez on the mound. He's 4-6 on the year. You know, look at his whip. It's 114. It's too good to be 4-6. But man, we are going up against the Marlins. D. Gordon is a beast for them, man. I love D. Gordon, man. He's got that 99 speed. And you know what's funny about a lot of these guys that I see on the computer teams is that when their guys have 99 speed, they're 99 speed. When I had Jonathan VR and he had like 97 speed, in the game it showed him only having 95 speed. It's like they went 2 ticks below. I don't know, but here, Lewis Brinson's getting on base by the throwing error in the second inning, and Jet Bandy is getting a hit to the right side. So we got guys on the corners here. So hopefully we can get this run in. We got Hernan Perez coming to the plate, but with 2 outs, he can't do anything. And we get out of there with nothing. But Vince Velasquez continues to deal on the mound. He's having a good game pitching. But we're on to the 5th inning here. Hernan Perez hits a little dribbler back to the pitcher. He's going to beat that out. He's got 81 speed. So I'm looking to swipe a bag right away. And I intentionally let a pitch go with Vince Velasquez instead of bunting right there. But the next pitch I'm going to bunt. It's going to go straight back to the pitcher. So kind of good strategy by me. We got a guy on third, though. And we have Arcia coming up. And I don't know what's up with Arcia, but it seems like with runners in scoring position, he cannot get hits, but when there's nobody on, he's pretty good at getting hits. But that pitch was right down the middle, and Travis Shaw, speaking of right down the middle, gets a hanger right over the middle, and that's going to be off the wall, and Travis Shaw is going to start out the next inning with a double. So we now have Franklin Gutierrez coming up to the plate, and you know he hits the ball deep, so they got the outfield playing back, so they have to come to the ball, but we do get that runner over to third now, so we got a guy on third. We got to take advantage of this with 1 out, and Eric Thames strikes out on a terrible pitch, but look what I try to do. I try to deke him into throwing to third, and he does it and actually throws my guy out. But I guess it didn't matter anyway because Lewis Brinson comes up next and strikes out. So we're now on to the 7th inning here. And Vince Velasquez getting into a little bit of trouble, walking Giancarlo Stanton. Christian Yelich comes up with a hit to the right side. So they're forcing us to bring in some relief pitching. So I bring in Junior Guerra, and he's great out of the bullpen, it seems like. He still has a 3.72 ERA, but it's coming down as time goes on. But here he gets the first batter to strike out, and then gets the second batter here to pop out to left. So we're looking good in the relief pitching role with Junior Guerra. He's doing pretty well there because here the next batter pops out to Hernan Perez, and look at that. 3 straight outs after giving up 2 guys on base, and they bring in Braxton Garrett out of the bullpen in the 7th to face Boog Powell, who's getting his first start in center this year. And he gets a nice hit. I like Boog Powell. He's just a solid player. His stance it's easy to see the ball. He hits the ball hard. Even though his stats aren't really the greatest, he hits the ball solid every time. You saw that in the prospect showcase. So now Jet Bandy comes up, gets a little blooper to the right side, and Hernan Perez comes up and hits a grounder to the third baseman. The third baseman can't handle it, so everybody is safe. So we bring in Boog Powell. But look at this on this slide into second base. Jet Bandy gets hurt. What do you know it? On the day we get a trade proposal to get Jet Bandy, he gets hurt. So MLB show had a brain fart here. So I actually was bringing in Stuart Turner to substitute for Jet Bandy, but I guess if they have a situation where your pitcher comes up and they have the prompt to bring in a pinch hitter, that comes over priority over injury. So Jet Bandy never actually leaves this game. Even though he's hurt, he doesn't leave the game. But here we have Travis Shaw coming up with a hit to the left side. But look at my runner. Look at Jet Bandy. I can tell he's hurt. He must have a concussion because he went back to the bag. So we only get 1 run on that because I hold up the next runner because I'm going to get gunned out to play. But look at that. He bobbles it. So just my luck. He bobbles it and I hold up the guy. But they bring in Severino to pinch hit. Come out of the bullpen. And they get out of that inning. So here in the next inning, I have Corey Knebel on the mound now. He gives up a lead-off double. So they got a guy on second, and D. Gordon comes up with 1 out, and he gets a hit up the middle. And Boog Powell, that's the thing. I put him in center. He doesn't have great arm strength, so this runner is going to come in to score. I should have kept Brinson out there because at least he had a little better arm strength. He could have possibly thrown that guy out. But we get Giancarlo Stanton to ground out into the double play to end the inning. So now we are on to the 9th inning. I got Steve Geltz in for the close, and with 1 out, he walks the guy. So I'm getting nervous because Giancarlo Stanton, if he gets up, I don't know, he can end it. But we do get the next batter to line out to shortstop, and the next batter pops out to Arcia. We get out of this game, luckily, with a 2-1 victory after getting 10 hits. We had 10 hits to their 5, and we only win by 1 run here. It just seems like we do not produce runs early in the game. But let's check in on Jet Bandy. So now take a look at this. Jet Bandy out 1 to 2 months. Fractured forearm, man. This is just our luck that we decline a trade for a catcher and then Jet Bandy gets hurt. I don't know what we're going to do, man. But hit subscribe, hit that like button, man. And you're gonna see what I'm going to do. I don't know yet, so we'll just try to figure it out, try to piece this together, try to catch these Cubs that we're behind. But we got 50 wins on the season before All-Star break, so I'll just see you next episode.